You'd be surprised what comes up in conversation when paleontologists spend long days in the field. Some of it is deep time in ancient ecosystems. Some of it is, well, trying to remember our fourth favorite hat. This is Fourth Favorite Hat, a look into real dig site chatter of the Montana Dinosaur Center. Each episode brings you the work, the stories, the arguments, the question, and the odd tangents that emerge when you put scientists, shovels, fossils, and too much sun in the same place. And yes, every guest still has to answer the only question that really matters. What's your fourth favorite hat? Let's get started.
Hello, we are some of the paleontologists at the Montana Dinosaur Center, and at the request of guests, we've decided to try to capture our banter at the dig site that we commonly have. The most seemingly impactful one of our famous question, what's your fourth favorite hat? So hello everyone, my name is Andy. I am one of our paleontologists at the Montana Dinosaur Center. I come from originally Northern Illinois, moved around a lot. I study vertebrate taphonomy, the study of what happens to a bone-bearing body after death. I'm one of the staff paleontologists, as well as the social media manager, and my fourth favorite hat is a dad cap, a type of baseball hat I got from the Badlands of South Dakota.
Hi, everyone. My name's Brett. I'm also one of the paleontologists on staff here. I'm from originally Los Angeles, but I went to school in upstate New York. I'm a geologist. And my fourth favorite hat is a Lake Champlain Lake Monsters hat from their baseball team there. You guys might not know, but there is a minor league baseball team out next to Lake Champlain called the Lake Monsters after the lake monster that supposedly lives in Lake Champlain that they call Champ.
Hello, I'm another one of the paleontologists here at the Montana Dinosaur Center. My name is Bryce. I'm from down in Colorado originally, and I went to school down there as well. Got my undergraduate in biology at the University of Colorado at Denver and my master's in applied geography in the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs. I research hadrosaurs, those big old duck-billed kind of dinosaurs, or specifically research their phylogeny, or almost kind of like the tree of life for those kind of guys. I am kind of like one of the main researchers at the museum, and my fourth favorite hat would probably be this one wide-brimmed, almost kind of like cowboy-esque hat from the Denver Zoo. Has like their logo on it, and you can like kind of pin up the side, so for, varying looks and varying like levels of light. It's pretty good.
Now, dear listeners, Bryce has already buried the lead. What he meant to say is he researches duck butts. The vast majority of the hadrosaurs he researches, only their hindquarters preserve. A fun bit combining taphonomy and his hadrosaurs. So Bryce is the master of duck butts at our museum. He didn't say his proper title for some reason.
That's true. You got to keep a little bit of mystery out here.
But yeah, we're just some of the people trying to make this museum a phenomenal stop for people. Our museum, as a organization, has been running since 1995. We've gone through some name changes. We're currently the Montana Dinosaur Center, and our big priority is focused on citizen science, getting people involved at every stage of the science, no matter, what their background might be. Our biggest way to do this is through our participant digs, taking the public out and giving them educational lessons on how to do field science. And that's what kind of prompted people asking us to try this out. Us as people are, would you say we're more so feral or unhinged?
I would say we're just kind of deranged in general. I mean, oftentimes we're at the dig site, we're just out there working. It can be sometimes a slow process, it's a little bit painstaking. And so we just oftentimes will just start talking about, whatever random thing is on our mind. And we'll just start going off on, crazy, conversations about who knows what. One time I asked Andy, of course, what his top 5 favorite hats were. And he gave me his list of top 5 favorite hats. But then like 3 weeks later, we were at the dig site, and there was a couple there, and they mentioned something about like a hat, Andy's hat. And I was like, oh yeah, guys, like we should be careful with that. That's Andy's fourth favorite hat. And they looked like so stunned that I knew that. And they immediately asked each other. They said, wait, like, honey, do you know my fourth favorite hat? And neither of them actually knew each other's fourth favorite hat. So it caused a little bit of a stir. They got into a little bit of an argument. It was quite a funny story. Talk about all kinds of crazy things at the dig site.
Exactly. Besides taking people out on digs, we are a museum located in Bynum, Montana. I wouldn't be shocked if most of you haven't heard about it. It's a bustling metropolis of under 40 people, but we are on the way to Glacier National Park. If you see a big kind of foam dinosaur on the side of the road, that's our mascot, Rusty the Displedosaurus. You can come on in and see our exhibits. We've got plenty of things focused on the fossils of Montana, and we work specifically in what's called the two medicine formation. Bryce, why don't you tell us a bit about that?
The two medicine formation. It's a pretty large formation. It kind of like runs from up towards the Canadian border all the way down towards a little bit past Great Falls, being very thick as well, very high rate of deposition, sometimes being over 1,000 feet in certain places. Now, one of the reasons why it's such a special formation is just because there are so many different dinosaurs that have been found out there. Most dinosaur-bearing formations, you're only going to find one, two, maybe up to like five different species that have been found like around there. But our formation's closer to being in the 20s, so very, very fossiliferous. You can also find guys from a whole wide variety of different dinosaur groupings. With the duckbills, there are quite a few of those, from the ones that are more well known, such as Maiasaura, to ones that are lesser known, such as maybe a Christovus. We also got a lot of ceratopsians, not ones like Triceratops. So Triceratops is going to be something called a Chasmosaurine. Those are going to be the ones that had that, well, Triceratops-like shape. The two big old brow horns, the smaller nasal horn. We have the Cenctosaurines, which are going to be not so much in the way of brow horns, but they have a big old nasal horn, oftentimes. So guys like Styracosaurus, he's probably the most famous of those, as well as like a whole host of different carnivores, like Daspletosaurus, like Andy was talking about, as well as a bunch of raptors and things like that.
To be
The
fair,
conditions.
I should clarify, Rusty the Daspletosaurus is life-size, but he's got a lot of personality in ways that they probably didn't have in life.
Now, the green stripes were very accurate, actually. That's what Facebook told me from the poll. So the green stripes are very accurate.
Green stripes are accurate. The
Yeah.
fact that he's got two different colored eyes, because one sees the future, one sees the past. But yeah, so our museum has a long history with this formation, the two medicine formation. And in fact, the mother of our museum's founder, she's the one who found the first ever baby dinosaur fossils, and they're in our museum. So if that's something you guys want to see, come on down to Bina, or I guess up. It's very north. Assuming you're in the United States of America. If you're in Canada, then you are going to the south, I guess. Bryce, when you said down in Colorado, I'd never thought of Colorado as a southern state, but I guess in perspective, it kind of is for us.
It really is. Biden's just really far north.
Yeah.
Kind of, honestly, it's a kind of down for you as well, actually.
Yeah, no, it really is. I just never put it like that. But yeah, so this is sort of our quick introduction, testing the waters, and what we need now from you guys. What do you want to hear us talk about? We can talk about sort of the projects that we're working on with a little bit of hush-hush. We can't outright say what the papers are, as much as Bryce would be excited to.
Yeah, it could definitely be kind of hard to hold my tongue at certain times.
But we can tease you guys a bit. We are a active research outpost doing some research, as the description entails. So, stuff like that. The exhibits we have planned. Or what kind of conversations do you just want us to talk about? Like paleo news, or, of course, why Rat's Tyrell is the best Star Wars character. Stuff along those lines. Anything's fair game.
Even Dinosaur Adventure 3D.
Dinosaur Adventure 3D is a phenomenal game. And the fact that it never got a sequel is probably one of the biggest failures of us as a human species.
It really
Dinosaur
is.
Adventure 4D is coming out any day now, I'm pretty sure.
What would be the additional, like, because I remember doing like a 4D movie.
Like a movie theater.
Yeah, I was a youngin'. My family was visiting Niagara Falls, and my dad saw a sign for a dinosaur themed 4D movie, and it was so much fun. On the walk down, it was a longer walk than we thought, and I really had to use the bathroom, but no one would let us, so he kind of had to tell the lady at the hotel, if you don't let my son use the bathroom, it's gonna be on the floor. Anyways, then we got to the movie, and I did not like the 4D stuff, because they just, like, poke you in the back.
Yeah. They like poke you in the back, they like have like jets of like air like blow on you.
Sometimes it smells.
Yeah.
It wasn't one of the smell ones, but it did a lot of, like, water spritzing.
Did you guys ever
Well,
do
smell would've been
the
another
SpongeBob
dimension.
one?
No, what's the SpongeBob one?
There's this one SpongeBob one. It was at Legoland at one point, but it's also outside like the Denver Aquarium, or at least it used to be. You go in there and like you're gonna be like an employee at the Krusty Krab, and you have to like help SpongeBob recover the Krabby Patty formula. You're like in this chair that kind of like shakes you around and like moves up and down, and they like
Dude,
spit water at
SpongeBob
you.
shakes you?
Yeah, honestly,
yeah.
yeah. No,
I'm surprised you haven't done this, Andy.
the Patchy the Pirate, he like grabs you by your chair and throws you into the ocean. It's kind of crazy.
Oh my goodness. I also just want to say I love how in our call to action for advice, I got distracted and we just started one of our classic dig site talks.
Yeah, this is kind of how they go for people wondering.
Yeah.
We just kind of get off topic very quickly and start talking about whatever random thing, you know?
Well, apparently SpongeBob's shaking us right now.
Yeah.
But if that's your sort of thing, we usually talk about something educational as well. That's usually what starts this. But, I guess getting shaken by SpongeBob is educational.
Yeah. It stuck with me for my whole life.
Speaking of dig site talks, if you guys are interested in hearing our dig site talks at our dig site, signups are open for next year if you guys are interested in coming out and seeing what it's like to actually be a paleontologist for a day.
Now, Brett, when do we do our digs?
Well, we do our digs from the 1st of June till the end of August. And where can you sign up for those, Andy?
You can either call our museum at 406-469-2211. You can call us if we are available. This is if it's during our off season, might be a little trickier. But we will happily schedule you if you give us your details, or, which is definitely easier for all parties involved, if you go to our website at tmdinosaurcenter.org. It shows you how to book right on the homepage.
Thanks.
Bryce, you say something about booking a dig now.
Well, while you're on there, if you're interested, you can actually donate to our ongoing scientific research, either during the process while you're booking the dig, or at the donate, click by clicking on the donate button on the very same webpage.
That was actually pretty slick, I'm not gonna lie. Now, it's not just a full-day dig expedition that we offer. This is easily our most popular option, where we take you out to the mountains, teach you how to dig, get your hands dirty, have you do what we do. But there's also a half-day program, which is a guided tour of previously excavated dig sites. This is where we cover a wider range of topics, but at a much shallower depth. You won't be digging, but you'll be learning and exploring just the same.
Well, it's only 3 hours, so if you're on a trip, it might be a little easier to fit in.
True.
Plus, you'll be able to see some things that you might not see on the full day, such as fossilized eggshells. That's always a hit.
Yeah,
Or cows.
you can see cows on the
Oh.
full day, too.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being
You
funny.
often do.
Well-
Matter of fact, I think you see them almost every full day.
No,
I don't
it's
think
okay.
there's been a single one.
You can ruin my joke.
Well, it was a bad joke.
Audience, type hashtag justice for Andy. Anyways, we'll see if I keep that or not.
If you do, you need to keep this bit too.
That's one conversation down, and there's millions more waiting for us out in the ancient dirt. If you want to join the crew on their next auditory adventure, subscribe to the Fourth Favorite Hat, the Montana Dinosaur Center podcast, available wherever podcasts are distributed. You can follow the museum on social media at TM Dinosaur Center, visit tmdinosaurcenter.org, or swing by the museum in Bynum, about 80 minutes north of Great Falls on Highway 89. Thanks for listening.